So the graduation address is given by the recipient of Walsh University's most prestigious and long-standing student award, the Tower of Excellence Award. This award is the highest non-academic recognition a student can receive, and it is presented to the graduate who displays outstanding leadership, exemplary work both in and out of the classroom, and behavior consistent with the Catholic principles articulated in the Walsh University mission. A commensurate gentleman, a campus leader, and a constant inspiration to everyone who knows him, Mr. Jaden Ray Baxter has lived the mission of Walsh University every day as a servant leader, a champion of social justice, and a caring human being. Jaden's a Cavs Core Cordium leader. He has served as resident assistant for 2 years. He's a current president of the Black Student Union and their senator. He's a Bruins leader in social justice, and he was number 58 on our NCAA football team, serving as captain for 3 years. A transfer from Archbishop Hoban High School, my alma mater, yes, in Akron, Ohio. He majored in government and foreign affairs and international relations. Jaden plans a career in public service, beginning with the Cleveland Foundation, and hopes to work in public policy in the mayor's office in City Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Walsh University's graduation speaker, Mr. Jaden Ray Baxter, class of 2023.
Whew. Well, we did it. Oh my goodness. Told myself I wouldn't cry. But good afternoon. I wanted to start off today by saying thank you. Thank you to our esteemed guests. Thank you to our exec board. Thank you to Dr. Collins, Archbishop, Robert. I wanted to say thank you for allowing me to give me this opportunity to speak today. So what I want to start by is by saying that I am honored today because I have the privilege to speak to you, future nurses, nurse practitioners, physical therapists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, but all around leaders. What an honor it is to get to speak before you today. But as you can imagine, I was a little nervous to get up here and say something. What can I say that can actually touch your heart, that can inspire you? What can I say to such an amazing group of people? What will I say? How will I say it? How will it sound? These are all thoughts that I had for about a week or so. Naturally, I asked someone better than myself, my mom. She told me to speak from the heart, so that's what I'm going to do today. As I was trying to write and speak from the heart, the page was still blank. So I did what any college student would do and ask for an extension. And I was still late, so. But during this time, it allowed me to think about what my heart was actually saying. It wasn't that my heart didn't have anything to say, it's just that it had way too much. So today, there's a lot we can talk about. We can talk about how as a class, we had the strength and perseverance to battle COVID-19, how we could talk about how we tackled difficult situations with injustice happening in our society, or we can talk about the greatest challenge that Walsh students face, the food. Yeah, you like that one. All are vitally important, but what I want to talk to you today about is you. More importantly, your purpose. Jeremiah 29:11, it states, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to bless you and to give you an expected end, something for a hope and a good future." If you know me, you know that that is my all-time favorite Bible verse, and I quote it frequently. But I want to pose to you a question. What if your plan and God's plan do not coincide for your life? To understand this, you had to understand me. I, almost like every athlete here, had dreams and aspirations of going to the league. I worked very hard, and as you can tell, I was a pretty hefty kid when I was growing up. They even called me Big Sexy. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. Of course, I dominated, and obviously I thought, okay, well, this is a plan that God has for my life. I'm going to grow up, maybe be 6'4", 6'5", and if I pray a little bit more, maybe even 6'7". I'll go to some big college, get drafted, and make millions in the league. Not so. When I came to Wash in my head, I said, okay, I'm here for 1, maybe 2 years, and then after I'll go to Alabama or some big college, get drafted, get millions. Not so. Just like many of you, I felt betrayed, abandoned, and unheard by God at this time. To be transparent, I was pretty angry. God, what about the league? What about my plans? What about the millions I've had? What about all the goals I set for myself? What about my purpose? When I was going through these thoughts, I began to give up. My grades slipped. I lost weight for football. I was falling apart. But because I had such great parents in Kenneth and Rhonda Baxter, they taught me that I should pray. And in prayer, that verse came up, Jeremiah 29:11. My eyes were open. Coming here was a part of the plan God had for my life. It was just in my plan to accept it. While I was here, God placed many people in my life who would help encourage and support me. I began to discover that there was more for my life than what I had planned. There was God's plan. I then joined BSU, Residence Life, Leaders in Social Justice, and most importantly, I was surrounded by you. Brilliant, intelligent, creative leaders. I was surrounded by you every day. Because I was surrounded by you, you all gave me the opportunity to become greater than what I already was. In doing so, I became a captain, president of BSU, won RA of Excellence, as well as attained a job after college. Please don't tell me what God can and can't do for your life. I placed so much of my worth into going into the league. I believe that the NFL was the purpose for my life. It was not. What I learned during my 4 years here is that purpose is not what you do. Purpose is who you are and what God has placed on the inside of you. As I close, I have 3 challenges for you to take into your next phase of life. First, I challenge you as leaders to find your own Jeremiah 29:11. I say this because graduation is not the climax of your story, merely a checkpoint to go on and accomplish more. Whatever you do, do it with endless passion, ceaseless determination, and uncontainable joy. Along the way, do not be afraid to fail. Use failure as a stepping stone to success. Let your failure elevate you instead of determine you. Second, I challenge you to dream even if it seems impossible. No one said that pursuing your Jeremiah 29:11 would be easy, but it is worth it. Coming to Walsh and being surrounded by you, I learned that my dream was never to go to the league. It was to help people. From being an unconfident and goofy freshman to being the first black man to win this prestigious award, don't let anyone tell you that your dreams cannot become a reality. Thank you. Finally, I challenge you to be originally you. In the midst of my 4 years, I struggled to be myself. I was a goofy, loud, and passionate on the outside, but on the inside, I was timid. I was timid because I wanted to know what everyone thought of you, what everyone thought of myself, wondering if I would fit in. But my mama always taught me one thing. She told me the world doesn't need another Obama, another LeBron, another MLK, or another Malcolm X. It needs a Jaden. So whatever you do, okay.
Swords up!
Swords up. Yeah, yeah. Whatever your personality makes you, please do not change for anybody. The world needs you and no one else. Each of you possesses a gift, talent, or idea that the world needs. You are not a mistake. You are exactly what we need. Please do not die a carbon copy. Instead, live a life as the authentic you. So as I close today, I want to give some thank yous before I leave. I want to give a thank you to Rachel Hostler. I want to give you a thank you to all my Walsh family, to Residence Life, to Bianca, to Lexi, to all my RA team and staff, to the football team, to Coach Fank, to all my teachers and Dr. Mazurek and everyone else. Most importantly, I want to give a thank you to my family, Kenneth and Rhonda Baxter and my extended family in the back. If you can wave your hand for me. When you see me, you see a reflection of them. I know that I'm the one up here, but it's because of you all and all of your gifts and all of your talents that you influence me to become better, to become the man I am today. So I thank you. I want to say thank you, leaders and change makers, for letting me speak to you today. Thank you for letting me serve with you and for you for these 4 years. Now, as you go into your next phase of life, I want you to be bold, be courageous, and most importantly, be you. Thank you.